Where's the no more Dijon or what? Crickets. What's up, everyone? Happy Thursday, and welcome back to Sin City Crypto Live. I am one of your co-hosts, David, and we are coming at you from our studio here in Las Vegas, Nevada, with our daily live show. Before we get into the content, quick disclaimer. Nothing that anyone says on this channel should be taken as financial advice, so please, as always, do your own research. Speaking of content, today, Chainlink inks a huge partnership with the global leader in payments, Swift. Talk about that. Also, Meta officially launches their NFT integration across Facebook and Instagram, and BlackRock is up to BlackRock things. Some good, some bad. We'll talk about all that and much, much more. But before we can talk about all that and much, much more, I have to, unfortunately, introduce you to your other co-host, Big Rob. Hello.
Hola! Is your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, the boring, the stale information, and we package it up in a fun and sexy way. Also, here at Sin City Crypto, we don't just do live streams. We also do the deep dives. We do the street interviews. We randomly upload in the afternoons, and we're also active on social media. And if you're not following us on all of our social media handles, we have that in the description below. Also, I need to ask a favor of all of the viewers here. Hit that like button.
Do it for the 3K.
That's right. And if you're not subscribed yet, the hell you doing? Why aren't you subscribed yet? And we got to 3,000 subscribers, as Moby Sage here has pointed out. So congratulations to the channel. You know, these big milestones are they just feel good.
Yeah.
You feel good?
Feel good.
You don't look good.
I'm mad about my TV.
Now, if it's first time here, drop an hello, and I'll drop an hola right back at you. Stay active in the chat, people. That's how we get more people in here, and we can get to maybe 4,000 viewers.
Wow.
And
4,000 viewers, huh?
Or 4,000 subscribers.
A lot of viewers.
Yeah. And then guess what, guys? In the merch store, first of all, you have this t-shirt that I'm wearing here, City Crypto. But in the merch store, we do have a basketball for 5,000 viewers. So if you've been on our merch store, you've seen it there. And now that we're getting a little closer to the 5,000 subscriber milestone, we're going to be giving away some basketballs here to the viewers when we reach that that count. But if you guys want to jump ahead of the game and get the 5,000 subscribers basketball, yeah, you'll find it in the merch store. Are you going to get a basketball, David?
I have a love-hate relationship with basketball.
Yeah.
I love basketball, but ruined me.
Did it?
Yeah. Forever, I will have a messed up ankle.
Yeah.
Also, my favorite person in the world passed away. He was a basketball player. My boy Kobe, rest in peace.
I was going to say, I'm still alive. All right, so...
Definitely not you, my friend. I don't think you would even make the top 10. It's freaking flying here. Anyway, so what is that?
It won't make it to the first 10.
All right, so real quick, let's get into our roll call. So first up in here, we got what is this, Servando? I can't see what the pinned no. I'm trying to see. Robert Salazar first in here. You pinned the pin chat goes right over the first person. So Robert Salazar, congratulations. Can we get a round of applause for Robert?
Of course.
Thank you. Now We also got Moby in here, Jason Destroyer, Redman, Marky Mark, Jay Danielo, and then we got Brokioshi.
Hey, Bigelow.
Why you loud? Gang. And then we have Stereo 2 on the ones and twos and in the chat. Also Atomic Adam, Sir Babe, Mervin, Noel, Own Noel, Crypto 420. And then we got R.A. Daniel, Marky Mark, and Mark Aguirre. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. And Sean Burns Jr. in appears as well.
SBJ.
So I think that rounds it out. If I missed your name, my bad.
Probably missed your
K
name.
Factor and Servando, Sean Burns. Yeah, okay. Cool. And Destroyer. Did I say that? Okay. Anyways.
Julio died, man.
Yeah, Julio did die, man.
He's resting in a gangster's paradise.
Yeah.
This fly is going to drive me up the wall. Were you a Coolio fan?
It's a drone.
Who wasn't a Coolio fan, man?
Rocco.
Okay, let's name one song that you guys know.
Gangster's Paradise. That's
All right.
all I know.
You never heard a Coolio song? Rocco?
Yeah, of course. Actually, I even took care of him at the restaurant.
Did you?
He was him and
Yeah, please.
Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda. Damn, what was that like in the 20s?
Like a couple years ago.
Fly in here, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It pissed me.
We need one of those.
It's gonna bug me. The Zap ones. My father-in-law has
we
one.
need those like
The electric ones that
the sticky fly things.
Hanging from the light from the ceiling.
I don't know why, but I just imagine
I think
if we got a sticky fly
Flies like
trap.
barbecue sauce. If we put barbecue sauce traps around the studio,
That's
I don't know why, but
it goes with you because you have the barbecue sauce shampoo.
if you
That's what
put
it
barbecue sauce on a sticky fly trap, we would come in here and David would be stuck to it. Like
Rocco, you're out of line, bro. You're out of pocket. Rocco busting out compares. Someone mentioned flow. It is pumping, and we're gonna look at the charts.
Is
And,
it pumping?
Pumping. I think it's the leader right now. You know, as far as everything's down, but we'll get into that in a second. Well, I found a clip from decades ago that I would like to share with you guys. This is a famed economist, Milton Friedman, Nobel Prize winning economist. This was not sure exactly when. I believe in the 70s or 80s. I could be wrong. Someone please feel free to fact check me on that. But he's talking about inflation. Pretty interesting things he highlights. So let's go ahead and play. It's 30 seconds long.
Inflation is made in Washington because only Washington can create money. And any other attribution to other groups of inflation is wrong. Consumers don't produce it. Producers don't produce it. The trade unions don't produce it. Foreign sheiks don't produce it. Oil imports don't produce it. What produces it is too much government spending and too much government creation of money and nothing else.
So, do you think it's BS what we're being told as far as inflation's high because of the supply chain issues because of COVID? Is it only? Do you agree with Mr. Friedman? Is it only Washington printing money?
on the macro side, yes. And any price adjustments will correct itself over time. But so on the shorter term, here's a good example. Let's say that you look at what's going on in Europe, for example, with the price of gas going up. And so obviously you have less purchasing power if a large percentage of your income has to go to a utility bill more so than it was before. So now you have less purchasing power than you did in the previous months before the price of that commodity went up. But here's the thing. Over time, these will level out and they'll go away, you know. So you can on the short term, and so there is something to be said. So when the Fed says, hey, supply chain issues because you can't get goods because there is no microchips, the price of microchips and those basket of goods have went up because of the supply issue or supply shock. And for that reason, we are seeing increased inflation. Now, that target 2 to 3% inflation, that is probably less than what they actually announce it as. That is straight money printing. That is policy, and that is the failure of the monetary policy that we have in government, and strictly a one-to-one correlation with the amount of money in the system.
You know, I've said numerous times that, you know, when the pandemic happened, and you know the supply chain was thrown off kilter, that caused inflation. But we can't forget, what did the Fed do? What did the government do? What did the Treasury Department do? They printed money. So supply chain was down. They print more money. People can't go and spend the money. Well, there's only certain places they can spend the money. And so now instead of bringing supply up to meet demand, supply stays down and demand increases. So Milton Friedman, again, he didn't win a Nobel Peace Prize for nothing, but the dude's got a point. What would our economy look like now if during the pandemic, when the supply chain was thrown off, if no money was printed, if no stimulus checks were handed out, if people didn't have excess amounts of money to spend?
Here's a good reference to the situation that we're in now. Okay, so you referenced the supply chain issues and the pandemic, and so you had an increase in the prices of products that we purchase, that we have necessities, and so you have cell phones, cars, those are necessities at this point, and those take computer chips. And there was obviously a shortage of those. So you had the price of those products go up. And if there was no core inflation in the backbone of the money, and this would autocorrect in the opposite direction. So if, say for this month, or say for this quarter, for 3 months, we had 20% inflation in electronics and say car prices because of the chips. If there was no money printing outside of what's already in circulation, when the price comes back down to the norm, you would have a reduction in the inflation number in the other direction. And so if you were to look at the number, if you were to sit here and say, hey, you know what? Inflation is here because of supply chain. We're up 10%. That's the reason. When the price comes down, you should be negative 10%. And at the end of the year, those should balance out. Or at the end of 3 years, those should balance out. And we're not going to see that. So for that reason, you increase 10%, you blame it on the supply chain, and it comes back down to 2%. That 10% was never realized. It never came back and corrected, because the correction, that the swing back to the negative 10% is offset by the money that was printed. And so you have a situation where you blame the supply chain and you blame factors outside of your monetary policy. And yes, yes, those have a factor on the short term, but when they come back to the mean, you don't see the opposite number because it's been mitigated by the money printing and the policies.
Well, they're never okay. So it's the same thing, right? You give someone, it's easier to not give someone something than to give it to them and try to take it back, right? So when these chip companies raise their prices and demand is not there, they're not going to lower it down to the price it was at. They're going to lower it down and just keep the price still a little bit above what it was originally when it started that increase.
No, kinda, but the market's still going to offset it.
You think if inflation comes back down to 2%,
a good example.
Everything's going to drop?
No, here's an example. 3090 Ti's, the high-end graphics card at the height of the market, during the height of the supply chain issues, was three grand. Okay. Minimum was 2,500, but generally you're paying $3,000, sometimes $4,000 for it. Now they're selling for 1,300 because the market. It doesn't matter what the chip maker wants to provide for, he wants to charge. The market's going to dictate the price always. It might take a while, but at some point in time, if the price of cars, if the cheapest price of a car for some reason gets up to $90,000 and you have to have $90,000 to buy a car, at some point, if the mass population doesn't make enough money, at some point the market's going to be like, we're not buying it. They have to drop the price. Doesn't matter if you got away with it for a little bit. It doesn't matter if the chip makers can charge 3 times as much. At some point, the market's going to catch up to it.
Yeah,
now,
but there's
the
also,
market can also catch up.
but there's also
by
a break
money.
even point. They're not going to start lowering prices and not make money. Then they're going to go out of business.
No, well, that's the thing. If you raise prices 100% up and you're making 2 times as much profit, you have a lot more room to come back down. And
Yeah, but
so
you're not gonna go
if
into
you
negative.
raise prices because of the materials that are used to make those goods also go up, then you have no choice but to keep it there. But this is, it all ties in. It's all one big loop, man. It's all one big loop. And here's the thing. If you don't print money, it all comes back to baseline. It will eventually come back to baseline. So what that dude is saying, what's his name? The Nobel Prize winning guy?
Milton Friedman.
Milton Friedman. What he's saying is that it's all correlated to money printing and the government and their policies. It's 1 to 1. And money printing is also in the form of buying debt or bonds from corporations. And so if IBM or Microsoft or Google or whoever it is, they owe $1 billion and the government buys their debt, that's them printing money. It might not be in the form of putting the money in the system, but it's erasing debt. Same thing. And that happens all the time.
It's just so it's literally economics 101.
Just think about it this
supply
way.
and demand.
Okay, here's a good way to think about it if you're in the crypto world. Let's say Bitcoin's price goes to 25,000 and then it drops down to 10,000. But in the drop, everybody freaks out and the government's like, yo, everybody's going to go poor. We're going to have to shut down the country. Let's print 40% of the Bitcoin, 40% more Bitcoin and airdrop it. And then all of a sudden, people are like spending Bitcoin. There's more Bitcoin in the system. People are like, yay, all jubilant. And then the price of Bitcoin goes back up, but eventually it's going to come back down. That money printing is going to debase the value. And initially when it comes out, that fly, man.
Bro, that shit's pissing me
Fly
off.
is getting David, man. Look at this. We should do it. We should do a
You know what is funny? That is the fly is winning.
It
Fly
is.
It's 2-1.
We should do a video of just David, like a video of David just like
catching a fly in the street of Las Vegas.
So anyways, yeah,
That was just interesting. All right,
Yeah.
let's get into the markets.
inflation doo-doo. So taking a look, let me pull this up. All right, so we got Bitcoin sitting at $19,432. I don't know how long this is gonna hold, man. You know why I say that?
Why do you say that?
Because
Why?
it's a tango partner. Because it takes 2 to tango. It's a compadre. The NASDAQ is down 3.41%.
Bitcoin is up.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
And,
official. They've
oh,
decoupled.
So NASDAQ up 3.41%.
Down.
Sorry. But Bitcoin up 0.3. Mark my words, we'll be under 19,000 tonight.
Mark your words, huh?
Mark my words. Write them down in Sharpie that cannot be erased. None of that disappearing ink. And 18,000. That's right.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I don't know. Maybe.
Revisit this thought experiment tomorrow. Now, taking a look at the rest of the market, not much going on because Bitcoin's kind of flat here. So is everything else. And we do have one winner today, as we mentioned here in the beginning of the show. Float up 5%. One of our fan favorites here in the studio. We have a Flow deep dive actually on our channel we put up last week. Or 2 weeks ago. Either way, go check that out.
Go check it out.
And then also taking a look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, we are sitting at that solid 22. So not too much movement here in either direction. And it's expected because we've been at the 20K region for 3 months. So it's been quite some time here. And taking a look at the crypto bubbles, we have the ETH proof of work with a nice 2x today. And then we have Quant up as well. And then, so not only NASDAQ's getting crushed, man. Damn near.
Well, Apple just got downgraded.
Downgraded?
Yep.
So what? What are they like?
No, I think Bank of America downgraded them. Something about profits.
Interesting. Now, speaking of downgrading.
Here, before you do that, let's show this real quick. So this is the biggest losers of the day. Apple down almost 5%. Microsoft, this is the tech sector right here. Apple leads that. Communications, you have Google down 3%. Consumer, Amazon, Tesla are the leaders. Very few in the green. You do have Visa that is up less than 0.5%. That's on the financial side. And then, by the way, if you like this, this is FinViz, FINVIZ.com. So pretty cool. And then as far as energy, you have ExxonMobil is up. It's up 0.25%. So nothing's really up. Yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
So, let's see here. We have, oh, sorry, wrong article. All right. So, BlackRock has threatened to halt trading at the height of the UK market turmoil here. So, BlackRock has been accused of failing to protect pension fund clients by threatening to halt trading in certain funds at the height of this week's UK bond market turmoil. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Okay, tumultuous.
You know exactly why I was laughing.
I say turmoil. You say
Tomato.
There you go. Now, BlackRock told clients using liability-driven investing strategies that it would freeze funds. So it would freeze funds more at risk of assets being exhausted. And the move.
This ties into the very next one. This is funny. Look what happened right afterwards.
Yeah. So then right afterwards, you have the Bank of England intervenes.
Tell me BlackRock doesn't run the world, man. Tell me BlackRock does not run the world.
Let's put this in perspective. BlackRock threatens to halt trading at the height of UK market issues. And then you got Bank of England intervenes in the
They went from quantitative tightening to printing more money and buying long-term yields, long-term bonds.
So the Bank of England will suspend the planned start of its gilt selling. Or gilt.
I think it's pronounced jilt.
Jilt selling. Selling. Now next week.
That's their bonds, known as bonds.
And so it's temporarily buying long-dated bonds in order to calm the market chaos unleashed by the new government's so-called mini budget. So if you guys aren't familiar what's going on here with the
UK
Bank of England and the UK, so obviously you have what's going on with the energy issues, and so they're going to subsidize the cost of energy for the civilians. Basically, they're saying, hey guys, don't freak out. You won't get hit with a very high energy bill because we'll put a cap at it and we'll basically pay the difference. That's essentially what's going on. So instead of getting the $1,000 bill, you're going to get the $600 bill, and then the government's going to pick up the extra $400 in slack. Now, obviously, that is got to be absorbed somewhere, right?
Hold on. On top of that, Robin, hold on. On top of that, the new prime minister and the new financial person leading their financials, they're cutting taxes.
Yeah, I was getting to that. Now, so you have the subsidies, and we know what happens when basically the government picks up the bill. They pick up the bill, but they disperse that amongst the economy and more or less the lower and middle class. They're the ones that end up getting affected by the policies of overspending. And then the shocker of all this, so basically the ones that are footing the bill are the lower middle class. And then the higher class, instead of holding them accountable and having them pay their fair share in this whole thing, because everyone's going to be reeling, they're doing tax cuts for the wealthy. And
now is not the time for trickle-down economics.
Bro, it's crazy. Tax cuts, man. And why would you do tax cuts? for the rich.
They're trying to spur the economy,
When
but no
you're
business, no hedge fund. They're not going to throw money around and expand a business and borrow money. They're not going to do that. So you're cutting taxes. The whole idea of cutting taxes for corporations and the wealthy is to spur the economy, hiring, expansion, blah, blah, blah. They're not doing that. There's too much uncertainty in the macro level. So, like, I don't get it. I don't understand what the hell they're doing. Like, who puts these people in charge?
Yeah, man. It's
just funny that, well, it's not technically funny, but comical that BlackRock comes out yesterday and says, we're going to halt trading. And then the freaking Central Bank of England completely pivots away from their plan of quantitative tightening to essentially printing more money. That doesn't tell you something, my friends. I don't know what will. And we know they're getting into the crypto space. They're actually expanding in Europe, and we'll go over that during our articles we're going to talk about. Yeah, go ahead.
Watering.
all right. I got something I want to play real quick.
Come on.
So this is if you're following us on Twitter, they have a. I'll pull this up. If you're following us on Twitter, we have this breaking news.
What is
coming.
this?
Here, will you give me a little sound on this one, Rocco? All right, ready?
Let's try. Go.
No
Is it
sound.
unmuted from your side, Robin?
No.
No Twitter
No
yet.
sound. Oh, hold on. I gotta hit the unmute button. There we go. You rewind this. Okay, here we go.
Are you worried about this government being seen to be helping the better off more than the poorer people?
Absolutely not. Look, we are not just about benefiting the rich, but benefiting the rich benefits everyone. And let's not forget the rich have more houses to heat and some of us have stables. But look,
Get the fuck outta here. Hold on, pause it.
This is a joke.
Pause this.
This is a
Something
joke.
that's
Okay,
been
I was gonna say,
mischaracterised
bro.
by the left on what our government is doing. We're not trickling down. We are watering a whole garden selectively. If you're watering a garden, do you water everything in it? Some would argue yes, but I would say no.
I was
No,
gonna
you
say,
water
bro.
the lovely flowers and not the weeds. I'm not saying the working class are weeds, but they don't help the flowers grow, and the flowers is what maketh the garden. Okay, but you have to understand, we had austerity, then we were levelling up, then we trickled down, and now we're pruning the working class, which helps everyone, and it's up to Mother Nature on whether they grow back again next year.
All right, this is dumb. It would have been better if you didn't tell me it was. Dude, I was gonna freak out.
You saw his expression.
Bro, I was gonna freak out. I was like, what did she just say? All right, at least it's a joke. Look, whether you believe in trickle down economics or not, the idea again, but it's not gonna work now. It's not. So taking money away, taking revenue away from your government, also trying to raise interest rates, also trying to drain liquidity out of your markets. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Who? All right. Are you done?
Yes, sir.
All right. Look at some charts. Runs. All right. So what chart is this? Dixie. Someone mentioned the Dixie needs to go down. Well, it has started to. It's down to 112.36. Sorry, $112.40. We do want to see a test of this trend line, which will put it right at $108 to $109. But we see Dixie's been going down over the last 2 days of the daily chart, and everything else is still tanking. So bigger macro stuff brewing. Obviously, the stuff in England. The world markets are intertwined. England, especially, US, especially, Asian markets, especially. So when we see what happened in England, of course, it's going to affect the rest of the markets. Some lag behind more than others, but at least it's coming down, which is a good thing. But who knows when the Central Bank of England starts printing more money, when the European Central Bank starts printing more money, what is this going to look like? We'll find out. Flow has been in this parallel channel. So this is the 4-hour chart on Flow. Since the 18th of September, just up and down, and you could have made money simply buying at $1.59 and cash out at about $1.74. And looks like we are looking to test this trend line here, which would put us right around $1.91. But But with everything going on, and Bitcoin's actually down to 19.1 now. Who knows? If I were to bet, I would not bet. I would not go long on this. I would actually probably go short. The chances of it breaking to $1.90 versus going back to the lower bound of this channel, I'd pick the latter. So I would, if I were playing this right now, if I was a swing trader, I'd put in a short right now, and I'd cash out right at $1.60. Of course, this is not financial advice. Your money, do with it as you please. Also, Chainlink. Some huge news for Chainlink, and so I decided to look at the charts. It's a 4-hour chart on Chainlink. Beautiful trend line here. We've had a few touches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're currently at it right now, which normally, under typical circumstances, with the markets not completely tanking like the NASDAQ is, I would say this is a great time to buy, and it still might be a great time to buy. You can see over the last 3-4 candles, we have built some support on top of this trend line. Usually I would say, and if we're going with the theme, looks like we made 1, 2, 3 higher highs. I would have expected to make another higher high, coming at about $8.40. But again, with everything going on, not too sure. If I remove these drawings and I throw on our Japanese charting here, Ichimoku Cloud, this was getting ready to turn green. You can see, but kind of stagnant now. Also want to take a look at Atom. Cosmos. So Adam, this is the daily chart, okay? And if you're a fan of Cosmos or you got a bag of Cosmos, put a 1 in the chat. So Adam has been in this absolutely massive bear flag since you can say April, right? Since you can say April. We did kind of barely break above it a little bit, and we have actually officially broken below it. We've closed one candle down below this. So this move right here is a 25% move. And if we measure a 25% move, and lately we've seen these flag patterns go anywhere between 3 to 8% more than what it should. So if you, let's just say 30%, you're looking at a $9 Cosmos, which from now, $9. I mean, anything under $10 for me, Cosmos is an absolutely amazing buy. Now, I wanted to do something. So Cosmos and Polkadot are the two, I would say, leaders as far as, some call them layer zeros, meta layers, essentially, the most interoperable chains. You have Polkadot and you have Cosmos. And again, Polkadot released their roadmap yesterday, and we went over that. Make sure to go watch that video after. But I decided to do a little comparing. So if you take a look at market cap, obviously Polkadot is higher. If you look at volume, it's around the same, but Cosmos is in the lead. As far as volume to the market cap, Cosmos is at 9% versus 3.5%. Circulating supply, this is where it gets real juicy here. Cosmos is less than 300 million total supply, and all of it is currently, according to this, is currently circulating. Now, I don't know if this changed with the new Atom 2.0 token coming out. Not sure, but based off of what this is saying, and obviously Polkadot. Now, the one thing with, you get it? Now, the one thing with Polkadot is pretty high inflation. Token inflation is sitting right at 10% for Polkadot. Cosmos, not exactly sure, but definitely know it's not 10%. So 1.1 billion circulating for Polkadot versus 238 million for Atom. You can see here on the order books, pretty dead even. More buy orders coming in for Polkadot. Jesus Christ. And as far as liquidity, Polkadot is double what Atom is, and the pressure is right around the same. So something interesting. Oh, and here you go. Another thing. So Polkadot's been around for 2 years. Cosmos has been around for 6 years, so it's got the longevity on its side. Polkadot's been listed on 78 exchanges. Cosmos on 54 markets. Polkadot's up by about 30. And then there's more trading pairs with Cosmos than there is with Polkadot. So something interesting. Something to keep in mind. Again, I talked about this on the video yesterday. We can all agree, and I know Robin's in the same camp I am. I'm not sure about Rocco and Kyler, but one of these will be the interoperable chain, the center hub for all chains to interact with each other. We just don't know which one, right? None of us are fortune tellers. We don't know the future. So we don't know if it's going to be Cosmos. We don't know if it's going to be Polkadot. We don't know what kind of partnerships are in the future. We don't know who's going to continue to expand rapidly and outpace the others. So what's the best thing to do? Instead of putting all your eggs in one basket, put them in both baskets. And then as stuff progresses and news comes out and the projects move forward, you can reallocate some from one basket into another basket depending on where it's going. So as of right now, if I had to pick, I'd be a little more bullish on Cosmos. But Polkadot, I wouldn't just kind of brush it off to the side. I would still put some money in that as well. And then just taking a look at Bitcoin, just range bound for a while. 4-hour chart on Bitcoin, nothing exciting happening. As far as the Ichimoku, taking a look at if we're turning bullish or bearish. Looks like we were starting to turn bullish. Lagging indicator was above price. We were going to see a swap between the conversion and the baseline moving average, but starting to move to the opposite. And looks like if we close below this cloud here, which put us at around 19,000, this would be very bearish in the short term, being a 4-hour chart. Something to take a look at. And then what I have here? Nothing. We're good. All right, I'm done. All right. You got anything else to add to what I just went over?
No, let's go.
No? All right. Let's take a look at some of the biggest news of the day. So the first thing we're going to talk about, Chainlink partners with Robin's favorite Swift. A source from Cointelegraph. They're working on a proof of concept project which would allow TradFi, traditional finance, firms the ability to transact across all blockchain network. This is a little numbers on Swift. In August, Swift recorded an average of 44.8 million messages per day. 44.8 million. Obviously, they're the largest in the world. And this new proof of concept would allow financial institutions to gain blockchain capability without replacing, developing, and integrating new connectivity into legacy systems. So, Robin, a lot of people say Swift is going away when CBDC comes out, right? We all agree it's pretty outdated. Shouldn't take 5 business days to send money back and forth, send financial transactions, central money, whatever the case may be. So, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Swift is kind of backed up into a corner? A lot of countries are launching CBDCs. This is a direct threat to what they're doing. Kind of, what are your thoughts? Is this the Swift have a chance, or is this kind of like a last ditch effort for them?
Oh, this is huge, bro. This is absolutely huge. You have the world's default payment system. Like, we ain't talking the largest, which it is. We ain't talking about the most used, which it is. We just talking about straight up the granddaddy, the king of them all, the one that has no competitor.
Zero. Well, it's going to soon.
Well, here's the thing: like, there is no competitor. Nations are not transacting with blockchain. Maybe they will eventually.
Well, with Chainlink they will be able to. Whoa.
Why get rid of the competition? Why worry about knocking off the top guy on the block when you can just partner with him, right? That's always I don't know what the phrase is, but can't beat him, join him. If you can, that's one of them. But there's like one where it's like, why fight? Fight somebody. Why fight when you can go join him or whatever. Anyways, dude, everybody else in this space is talking about, hey, we're gonna partner here. We're going to, work with this bank, and we're going to do this, and it's going to be so much faster than Swift. Chainlink, like, all right, well, how about we just upgrade Swift? Call it a day. Boom, game, set, match, baby. Yo, if you aren't bullish on Chainlink right now, I don't know what else what other partnership? Give me a partnership in the financial space that is bigger than Swift. You could literally say that's bigger than partnering with a nation, right? Because they're the ones that move money for nations. The only thing that would be comparable is if the federal government came out and was like, yo, we're running Chainlink for everything. Outside of that, this is about as big as it comes, bro. Crypto is the movement of money. Crypto, what we have now, blockchain, is the movement of money. And the biggest mover of money is Swift. Straight up. Chainlink, game, set, match. I don't know why the price isn't just out of control right now.
Well, remember Charles Hoskinson, in these markets, it doesn't matter if you got what do you say? You got to
bro. How does Elon Musk send out a tweet and some rallies, like 400%, but yet Chainlink, a cryptocurrency, a blockchain that facilitates the movement of value. Why is it that they are partnering with the biggest player out there and they're not rallying, bro?
Let me tell you something.
Where's Chainlink? They're down 2.51. How are they down right now?
Here's why. Here,
they're down 2%.
Let me tell you why I am so bullish on Chainlink. One, proof of reserves. We talked about this all the time with the whole CeFi thing going on, DeFi. Proof of reserves is going to help stablecoins, is going to help CeFi, and we don't need to see that. Where the hell? Proof of reserves. Second, they're introducing staking, so more utility for their token. Also, they're increasing rewards for their validators. So they're going to bring in more validators into their Oracle network. Also, they are the gold standard for oracles. And we all know smart contracts cannot run without an oracle. And Chainlink is the gold standard. Also, if you can get the world's leading payment rail system in the world, who's been around for 5 decades, who has not made any changes to just literally change the entire way they conduct business. If that doesn't get you bullish on blockchain and crypto in general, let alone Chainlink, I don't know what will. This is the point we're at right now, is these global institutions, these federal governments, these central banks, these regulatory bodies, they know they cannot stop blockchain and cryptocurrency. So what are they doing? Slowly, they're starting to warm up to the fact. They're starting to integrate it, and they're trying to get ahead of the curve. Well, guess what? If you've been in the crypto space for the last 2 years, you are already ahead of the curve. So if this doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will, man. I know we're in a bear market. I know your portfolios are bleeding, but look at what's going on behind the curtain. Swift, the largest financial or money rail, or however Robin describes it really good, in the world, who hasn't done anything to change the way they operate, literally is going to go on blockchain. There you have it. Someone said tokenomics aren't as good as you think. I believe that is going to change as well. Chainlink, the one thing I like about Chainlink and Sergey Nazarov, they are always looking forward. And it's kind of like Hoskinson, right? They're never just like, all right, we did this, we're good. They're always looking to improve. And I think we're going to continue to see improvements for Chainlink. They have the foundation set up. They're going to be fine. I wouldn't worry about Chainlink or tokenomics. To me, I would look at something like this and be like, wow, this is pretty good. But
so, I mean, this isn't, and on top of that, this isn't the first time they've worked together. And so in the past, you've had they teamed up with Swift in the past to do proof of concept concerning the bond issuance and redemption. And then actually earlier this year, they conducted some CBDC related tests and cross-border crypto payments. So this was coming, and they're building the partnership. So this isn't just a handshake. Hey, we'll build something in the future. Welcome to the club. I mean, they've already been working together, and now they're like they're working on token infrastructure. And so the movement of tokens, which is gonna more or less probably be CBDCs and value. I mean, why not tokenize the underlying assets that move on there? So if you're transacting dollars, if France is sending dollars to the US and US sending dollars to France, why not just put it into the form of a stable coin and have it transact over a blockchain instantaneously with a transparent ledger? Makes sense, right? And that's where we're at. That's where we're going. One of the biggest gainers. Everyone was expecting Chainlink to straight moonshot over the last bull market. And let's not get it twisted. They came in at 17 cents. They were at 17 cents, 50 cents. Here, I'll take a look. So this is their all-time chart. And yeah, I mean, they came out under 10 cents here, or when they came out initially at 17 cents or under 20 cents. And they traded under $1 for the longest time. And I remember people got highly upset that they got in at like $4 and just never really crossed the $25 mark outside of like a couple week window here. But even when the market bounced back, it never really crossed. It didn't get any higher than basically $30 for more than a couple of days. So I think next bull market, it's gonna straight go off on a tear. So
I mean, especially if the staking is live and well.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's another utility.
You want to talk about the biggest winners are the chains that build in the bear market, like make some real moves in the bear market. Because if you just like, here's the thing, you try to identify the new project that pops up in the next bull market. That's cool. You'll probably get a lot of X's out of it, but it's not sustained because whatever they come out with, it's going to end up pulling back. You know what I mean? Like they need time to build. You know, these big ecosystems aren't built in, 1 year. And you might launch and it might have a lot of potential. You might, have gotten in as an early investor and made a lot of X's on your investment, but honestly, it's going to pull back because you're not going to have the ecosystem. And so when you have these projects that are sitting here building during, your Polkadot, your Cardano, your Cosmos, your Chainlink, the Ethereum, these are building. And the ones that you don't hear much about, there's not a lot of buzz, and they're just trying to fix a leaking ship like Harmony One, and I haven't heard much out of Binance Smart Chain lately. Tron, outside of their failed algorithmic stablecoin. I know it's still there, but
USDD. Where is that at, by the way?
Probably at 90 cents. Who knows?
Well, but Sun controls a lot of these.
I checked it a few weeks ago. It still has a little variation.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, and so here's the thing. Would you have liked to buy Ethereum at $100? It was at $100 for quite some time. The last bear market, the previous one. And you could sit here and say, well, what's the upside here? I could make a lot more money. Like it's Ethereum, man. Like it's building $100. Great buy. Same thing is going on right now. Why are we over here digging through the cupboards looking for something small when it's right in front of your face? These big ass projects, man. Anyways, that's all I got.
Very bullish, guys. Also, it's not just a token that does it. I mean, literally, you have to have an Oracle service like Chainlink to run a smart contract. So it's got staking. It's making big partnerships. It's got decent tokenomics. It's not the best. And it's a must. It's like everyone has to have car insurance if you want to drive a car. Same thing with Chainlink. All right, let's move on.
And also VD. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
VD. All right. So Bitcoin will double, says the CFTC chair, if they are the ones to take over. This is a source from Finbo. This is a quote from CFTC chair Rostin Benham. Growth might occur if we have a well-regulated space. Bitcoin might double in price if there's a CFTC-regulated market. Now, Benham did say that he had already authorized the CFTC to begin preparing to become the leading and fully financed regulator for a significant portion of the crypto industry. They're saying, screw what Gensler said. By the way, if you're a member of the channel, put Gary Gensler's emoji in the chat. Screw what Gary said, the gun. Screw what the SEC is trying to do. We are moving forward as if we are the primary regulator for cryptocurrency, except for the fact that Gary's acting like a child who got his favorite toy taken away because he was being naughty. And he just doesn't want to give it up. And I honestly think it has to come down to freaking Congress passing laws. Unfortunately, and it's a long and tedious process. It's annoying. I think that's what it's going to come down to. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
As far as yes, when it comes to the ETF, I don't think they're going to pass an ETF because the ETF has to come from the SEC. They're the ones that make the decision on whether to approve it or not. And I think until they get strong armed by Congress,
I'm not 100% sure. Can't the CFTC do ETFs, or that's all SEC?
all SEC.
I thought they had the power to do that.
So, yeah, that's not coming until Congress is like, yo, still waiting for, and basically forces them, essentially.
I'm just like, I'm looking at, okay, they want to prop the economy up, right? Everything's going down. They can't print money. They can't buy back, mortgage-backed securities and other bonds and stuff. Why don't they look at something like a Bitcoin spot ETF and understand that maybe this is something that can spark the markets? I mean, is that too far-fetched? It's something literally you don't have to, nothing changes on a monetary policy. You're just essentially giving some regulation to the Bitcoin spot markets, and watch how money's going to flow, and people's portfolios are going to grow, and it's going to excite people. And now they're not going to hold their money in and who knows, that might bleed into the traditional markets. Am I too far-fetched thinking about that, or what?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Anyways. All right, I got nothing else to add to this.
Yeah, I think CFTC getting behind Bitcoin. Obviously, they're bullish on it.
There was
And
an interview on business, Fox Business. I don't know if you saw it.
It's just funny how two regulators have the complete opposite view on an asset like Bitcoin. Gensler hates crypto. CFTC loves crypto.
I don't know about crypto. I think they like Bitcoin.
You think Gary Gensler likes Bitcoin?
No, I'm saying the CFTC. They
I don't
haven't.
think anybody likes it. Even Gary Gensler, when it came out, it's supposed to be the best for crypto. Look what I end up to. I don't know.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
when Gary Gensler got his position, holy crap, man! Everyone was over here.
Happy,
all the news
cheering.
articles, they were all super hyped up. They're like, oh, Bitcoin to the moon. Gary Gensler, he's our
Savior.
Bitcoin hero. Yeah, like, look how that played out.
That played out real well. Like, all right, we'll
I mean, the
get
dude taught a class on cryptocurrency and blockchain at MIT. The dude literally taught a class. Like, if you had no idea who this guy was, and
What?
you were like, let's just say, for example, you were like asked a question. Let's just say, like right now, somebody were like, hey, who would be your optimal pick for the new chairman of Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC? Like, if you had to pick somebody. Bro, at the top of my list would be the professor teaching a cryptocurrency class at MIT.
Wrong.
Man.
Wrong.
How did we get that so wrong? Yeah, why do we have so few likes?
Whatever it likes.
I don't know. See more of them.
All right.
All right. Is that all you got on this one?
Yeah.
All right. We all agree that we'd prefer to see the CFTC regulate all Bitcoin or all cryptocurrency, but not going to happen. But we'll take what we can get, I guess, in the meantime. And also in the meantime, we're going to talk about OpenSea opening their doors to Warner Music Group. It's a source from The Block. Warner Music Group artists will have a drop page on OpenSea, and the goal of this partnership is to bolster fan engagement and build community. This is what Warner Music said. Artists that are under the Warner Music Group label would get early access to OpenSea's new drops products, improved discoverability, and personalized storytelling on customized landing pages. Robin, what do you think?
Sounds good. But I don't know, man. I feel like
OpenSea's making some.
they are.
They're making moves,
but
bro.
I think
Ever since that one dude got
obviously
caught,
it's the right business decision. It's the right business decision.
Yeah, I mean,
However, I do think these are going to break up. In the same way that you don't stream your videos and your music like we have now. You don't use Netflix. You use Netflix for your video or whatever, Disney Plus or whatever it is. And then you use Spotify and the Pandora and all the other. You use those for music.
Pandora, bro, that was so 2010.
I'm sorry.
I still have a Pandora.
Have you heard of Pandora for like 5 years, Kyler?
I was just trying to think. Spotify,
I used it. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying
Apple,
Spotify,
iTunes,
and then who's
Spotify,
Apple Music. I mean, who's number 2 after Spotify? I guess Apple Music.
iHeartRadio,
Oh yeah.
Sirius,
Yes, if
I
you
guess.
weren't here, there was Napster before.
Napster, bro. That was my jam.
No, that's the thing.
LimeWire.
Yeah, if you wanted to
MySpace.
catch a disease on your computer, or the second
LimeWire,
you
yeah.
downloaded
Yeah, who got the
Napster or
virus?
LimeWire, your computer was done.
You did.
Didn't matter what you had, what kind of software.
No, I listened to Pandora too, but that was like 12 years ago. I swear to God, this fly, man. Anyway, so OpenSea has been making a lot of moves. Not surprised. We're going to see more and more of this happening. It's just, it's refreshing to see it happening when everything is down, when the sentiment on crypto has turned so bearish, when people are leaving the space as far as investors, and these companies that have so many resources, have so many employees, are always looking to expand their business operations, are looking at blockchain, continuously looking at blockchain. Marky Mark, $20 super chat. Kill the fly fund. We appreciate you. I'm gonna break my ring. So it's refreshing to see all this happening in such terrible sentiment. You guys understand something, right? Understand this. If these partnerships were being announced at the height or in the middle of a bull market, you're talking Bitcoin going from 70 to 80K, literally. Well, maybe not Bitcoin because it's not Bitcoin, but you're talking about NFT sales going from, I don't know, 2 billion to 2.5 billion. The Chainlink news. If Chainlink was at $50, that thing's going to $75 in the height of a bull market. But what do we see in the bear market with large announcements like this that would normally spur a huge buying spree and FOMO? Is we're seeing the opposite. And that just goes to show you, no matter what happens, price action will not change, right? I think like one of the few things that can turn this market around is a spot ETF being approved. And to me, that's, I mean, even the XRP lawsuit, I don't think it's going to quadruple 5, 6, 7x right off the bat. I think the conditions, the macro conditions right now are too bad. So, but remember, it's not about now, it's about 2 years from now, 4 years from now, 10 years from now. And so we continue to be diligent and pay attention to what's going on. We're going to set ourselves up to be very, very successful and wealthy. In this
So here I got
For people don't know.
I have with the super chat. I am going to we're actually $13 short, but go ahead and add that to the cart. Proceed to check.
What else you got in that card? $104.
$104.
What else you got? Let's see what Robin's about to buy.
Oh, we can just grab a battery from the car and.
Oh yeah, more lights.
And decorative. Can we? How do we do that?
And the Brokioshi just give this.
Damn, Brokey broke.
Here we go.
5 memberships gifted by our man Brokioshi. That's amazing. Seth McClendon. How come you haven't said hello, man? Brett. I think Brett's been here before. Seth, drop an hola, man. We want to welcome you to our community. I don't think you've ever been here before. Well, maybe you have, but you haven't said anything.
Yeah. Order placed. There we go. A new Zapper fly spotter. So.
Thank you very much for that, Robin.
If you guys
Klein.
wonder what's going on,
Thank you so much, Peter.
Just tune in. What's going on?
Yes, there's a freaking fly that won't leave me the hell alone, and I'm trying to kill it, but I keep missing.
There you go.
And we are blaming the barbecue shampoo that you use.
It's just straight smoky molasses. He's like,
Molasses. Molasitos. All right, we're running a little short on time, so let's move on to the next piece of news. The Meta NFT feature is officially live. It's a source from Ethereum World News. The US-based Instagram and Facebook users can now connect wallets to upload digital collectibles across all the Meta-owned platforms. The supported wallets includes the Rainbow Wallet, MetaMask, Trust, Coinbase, and the new Dapper Wallet, lives on the Flow blockchain. Meta is also working on launching custom animations for NFT posts and digital collectibles. Here's some of the interface. So this is obviously on Instagram. You can see in the very far right, you have that tab that's got the little hexagon and the check mark. That is going to be where all your collectibles are, and they will be verified. You just have to connect your wallet. They're also, again, coming out with animations. You can see here, user interface, what it's going to look like. Looks pretty user-friendly. Looks pretty in line with everything else we've seen. So nothing like, oh my God, how do I use this? Robin, it's been in the works for some time. It's official. Yeah, I know. Please, Robin, share your thoughts.
Did you see the fly
I'm telling
on my
you, it's
face? It was
annoying,
literally like Leo was like
You
sitting
guys
there.
are
I'm
making
trying
fun
to
of
ignore
me.
it.
What, you bar shower
trying to
barbecue
ignore
sauce
it,
too?
and the fly is like
Hey guys,
crawling
have
around.
you seen the prime minister in Italy? The guys that they the big fly that kills alive while he's giving the speech. Did you
Well,
see that?
barbecue sauce?
No, the
Oh.
Silvio Berlusconi one.
No.
I'll pull it out for you guys.
Yeah,
gotta
you do
check
that,
it out.
Rocco.
No, super cool, man. This is all.
This
has
isn't
all
enough-
been coming,
but this
man.
isn't enough to spark a new NFT bull run, right?
No,
I don't think so.
They've already had the Instagram
This has been in the talks for a
and
while.
yeah, the Facebook has already have NFT integration, and yeah. I don't think you know what? I feel like the people that are in the outside of Instagram, people that are in the Meta ecosystem, they are.
Okay, I want to share a video for. I don't know how. No way. You can cancel the order in my Amazon. Mission accomplished.
Did I get him?
No. No, you didn't get him. Oh, it's il siparietto, Belaruschi uccide una mosca in diretta TV. Sono ancora in gamba. Was that good?
No, you gotta pull it up.
Is that good, Rocco?
Don't see it.
Hold on, let's see if we can pull it out. Let me find the screen thing.
Was that good Italian or what? That was pretty
Yes,
good, right?
it was
Thanks, bro.
live.
Tu siparietto,
Okay, you should be able-
Berlusconi.
Should be able to see it.
I can see it now.
I don't think there's any sound for this though.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but
No,
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 well,
no,
we can hear, we can't understand though.
Look at it. One. He kills
He
it.
got it first try. What kind of holy?
That's a
That is a big ass fly, bro. What the? Are
That
the
thing was
flies-
so big it couldn't
Bro.
even fly away fast
Look,
enough,
Are
bro.
the flies in Italy eating barbecue sauce? That's what I want to know. The dude got it in one try. What the hell, man?
Like that thing is so. That's a.
that's a big one. Look at that thing. Dave, we should
funny.
learn. I don't know.
we don't have flies
need
that
to do
big.
this. Yeah,
Ours
sure.
are very
That
agile.
one can't even fly away fast. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's maybe it was an obese fly.
I'm saying, I think I got the fly, man, because I don't see it anymore.
No, you did not get the fly.
You sure?
I'm positive.
We need to send you to some jiu-jitsu class to kill the fly, Dave.
No, no, thanks. All right, what the hell does this show come to? All right. Fly funeral. You guys are funny. This community will literally throw money at anything. Jimmy gave $100 for tacos or a desk or tacos. We get $5 for a fly funeral. Like what is this community? I love it though, man. I dig it. We're kind of quirky here. So we love you guys, man. This is definitely a vibe. So all right. We agreed this meta news. Okay. It's great for essentially getting NFTs and the whole digital, getting people's heads wrapped around what NFTs are, what they can be, by bringing it to mainstream, something like Facebook and Instagram. The video we did, Instagram's got over 1.4 billion users, active users. So this is huge. But again, no chance it's a catalyst that's going to absolutely, bring the NFT market out of a bear market. Not going to happen. But slowly but surely, like building blocks, like one on top of each other. Eventually, you look up. Oh my God, what do we have? We have a big fly that's still flying around here. All right, last piece. Of, the hell? Last piece of news I want to talk about. Circle USDC continues their expansion to 5 more chains, and these include Arbitrum, Optimism, which are layer 2s for Ethereum, Cosmos, Polkadot, and Near Protocol. Developers will be able to use Circle APIs for fiat on and off ramps to and from USDC in their products. Also, since the beginning of July, USDC's market cap has shrunk by 12.5%. Tether's is down 18%. So we've seen Tether do the same thing. Recently, they expanded to 5 more chains. So USDC followed suit. It's a run for first place. Who will claim the spot of number 1? Well, Tether has it now, but who will hold on to that spot? Will Tether or will USDC triumphantly displace Tether? Robin?
Well, you had Tether making some of these similar partnerships. They partnered with Near, and they also partnered with was it Polkadot as well?
For Circle?
No, I'm talking about Tether.
Tether.
Yeah, I'm just saying they partnered with Near. They've partnered with.
I don't remember.
Anyways, both of these stable
Amen.
coins are making partnerships. So I think they're gonna just blanket the whole blockchain space, and I think it would be a disadvantage if you're a layer 1 chain and you're not offering both options, right?
Right.
I mean, I don't think it's like detrimental to the chain as far as it surviving, but let's be real. There's a pretty even split at this point. I don't want to say even, like straight up even, but it's pretty comparable. The amount of users that have Tether and the amount of users that have Circle, and it's just easier to not convert it over before you send it somewhere. The pain in the butt. Like, I mean, I'm like, why do I gotta go through the order books to sell my Tether to buy USDC to send it to another ecosystem? And so it's not the end all be all, but it is annoying. And so for that reason, I think
What's
you're
more
going to see
annoying, the fly or this? What?
What's
You
more
said,
annoying?
You said it's annoying.
You would swapping from Tether to USDC
Or the fly. Why is that such a... Anyways. Yeah, why was that such a hard question for you to answer? A funny question. Where'd your sense of humor go today?
That question was so funny.
Excuse me, guys. That just was so funny.
Tether.
What is wrong with you?
So funny.
All right.
Did you spike those figs or something? Jesus Christ. All right, we're done. All the links to our stuff is in the description of this video. Merch store, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Discord. Go join the Discord, seriously. It's a community ran Discord. We have a lot of fun in there. Robin never pops by. I pop by sometimes. Rocco pops by all the time. The Don is in there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was a CryptoPunk sale, $4.5 million. So I guess for some people, the market's still pretty good. Not bad. So I don't know who the hell's got $4.5 million to spend on a CryptoPunk right now, but they do, and they did. So with that being said, Rocco, roll the outro music. Friends, family, friends of family, and family of friends, I'd like to thank you so much for spending your Thursday with us here at Sin City Crypto, our live show. Make sure to watch our afternoon video that will be uploaded at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time today. On behalf of myself, Robin, the Don, Kyler Murray, we love you guys. We will see you tomorrow. It's Forest Day. Make sure to come join us 10:30 in Vegas time. Until then, see you later. Peace.
Listen, did you catch the fly yesterday? The mic is still long.